2024, we achieved 3 major highlights, and all this was in line with the renewed hope agenda for the digital economy. We fixed our infrastructure at LightComSat, both our KA band, our C band, our KA band. 2, in line with that mandate, we wanted to make sure that we provide broadband connectivity to the entire nation. And we commenced on a project with the Federal Ministry of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy to achieve the 774. Project 774 saw us in 8 states and 45 local governments, providing broadband connectivity to the local government secretariat. And 3, it was a great year for us to enable the ecosystem. So we did what we call the Startup Accelerator Program for the space ecosystem. And with that, we've commenced a journey which we are looking forward to achieve in greater heights in 2025.
For us at NIDA, 2024 is pivotal because it was the year we recalibrated ourselves in line with the renewed hub agenda and the ministry's blueprint. We developed the National Digital Literacy Framework with an ambitious target of achieving 95% digital literacy by 2030. And we have a midterm target of achieving 70% by 2027. To achieve this, we have created 3 initiatives in 3 buckets. The first one is to work with the Ministry of Education to infuse digital literacy and skills in our formal education, which we have worked with them. We have developed curriculum, and the ministry has approved that curriculum. In the second bucket, we are also working with head of service. Already the head of service has added digital literacy as part of compulsory skill for someone to join the service. And if you are already in the service, it's a mandatory skill for you to get promotion, because you have to take a CBT exam before promotion in the service. The third one is for the informal sector. We are partnering with NYSC to train 30 million Nigerians on basic digital literacy. We have done a pilot in 12 states this year. We recruited 80 champions from the core members. We trained them during the camp, and we recruited the best 80 among them to be our champions to train our citizens in digital literacy. So far this year, they have trained more than 45,000 Nigerians on basic digital literacy. Our target is to accelerate, and by next year, we should be able to have champion in 36 states plus FCT.
In our case, we have 5 major pillars: the area of governance, awareness and human capital development, ecosystem and technology, funding and sustainability, and the area of cooperation and collaboration. One of the major things that we tried to do this year was to deepen privacy in different areas, the private sector and the public sector. So we're going a lot of awareness, sensation campaigns and workshops. And at the last count, we've done almost 200 in terms of meeting with regulators, meeting with professionals in fields, organizing training workshops and so on. In terms of cooperation and collaboration, we engage a lot of stakeholders within and outside the country, and the engagement are actually committed in the side of MOU with a lot of organizations. For instance, this year, we signed MOU with the Lottery Commission, we signed with Small and Medium Scale Enterprise Agency, we signed with the Data Privacy Office of Canada, we have signed with the Dubai International Financial Center Authority, and we're also working towards signing with the ICO. We want the hosting right to bring almost about 40 countries who already have existing laws in data privacy and protection and do have their data protection authority, and bring all of them to Nigeria in May next year, and by extension, it's bringing the whole world in the privacy ecosystem to Nigeria. And you can imagine what that would do to our economy as a country.
So 2024 has been NIPOS's year of growth, and it has been an incredible journey. One of the major achievements this year has been a 275% increase in revenue from the year 2023. And we've achieved this by plugging a lot of the revenue leakages that we have by deploying POS terminal for payments in our high transaction areas, as well as ensuring that our quality of service goes up. Secondly, in terms of our infrastructure, we have started by renovating and upgrading some of our locations here in Abuja, Lagos, in Kaduna by upgrading our Postal Institute, which is key to sort of the change management that we want to see in NIPOS over the coming years.
On the NICTI project, the NICTI project has advanced. Now we are now in Lagos. So this year the project was able to move all the way up to Ilorin, and then from Ilorin to Lagos. In addition, we've been able to maintain our standards in terms of the ISO 27001 as well as the PCI DSS. And these certifications are very important for us as a business, recognizing the global standards and maintaining such standards for our infrastructure, including our data center, as well as our fiber. Achievement will be stakeholder engagement. We've been able to, so far, engage at least with about 6 governors. We've engaged the governor of Bauchi, Adamawa, Benue, Zamfara. And what that has done is we are trying to work with the regions in terms of the infrastructure we have to create more value. We've also been able to work with the head of service in terms of some of our initiatives for digital transformation, for providing emails to civil servants, and that's one of our biggest achievements. One of our major achievements in terms of staff welfare, a lot of our staff, 70 of them, have been able to have foreign training on ICT under the NICTI project.
Over the course of the past 1 year, we had a hypothesis. It is indeed true that there is a data depletion issue in the industry. It could be perception. So the first thing we did was order the MNOs, the major MNOs, to immediately conduct a billing audit on their systems using reputable auditors. That exercise was completed, I think, in Q3 of this year. And surprisingly, we didn't find any major issues. There are 1 or 2 minor issues which the resolution is ongoing, but nothing major to support the perception that data is being depleted. So another major milestone was the conclusion of the federal government's implementation of the federal government's policy on the name-SIM linkage, which provides a lot of opportunities for the digital economy and the national security of the nation. As it is now, every single SIM card in the country is linked to a verified name. Now, this gives us a very strong foundation from a security perspective. We are able to now work with law enforcement agencies and reliably give them the information of who owns what. But even more importantly is the fact that it gives us a foundation for the digital economy to build on. Now, you would agree with me that almost every transaction we perform today, in one way or the other, it links back to your mobile number, whether it is your e-commerce, or whether it is your registry for JAM, or just generally any service that wants to reach you for customer support. So having the ability to be able to clearly identify who knows what would instill a lot of confidence and integrity in the system, which would lay the right foundations for the digital economy.
What to expect in 2025? 3 things. It's all going to be about scale and expansion for impact for NIGECOMSAT. What do we want to do? All the things we've achieved in 2024, we want to scale them. Broadband connectivity beyond the 8 states, we want to be present in all 774 local governments. We want to impact more sectors like healthcare, education, the defense sector. We want to expand our reach using rural mobile operators into the rural areas. We want to expand our reach within the nation for services like broadcasting. Secondly, we want to enable the ecosystem even further, not just enabling the startups and the SMEs in the space ecosystem. We actually want to enable the youths. We shall be going to the regions with capacity building to help with the third priority of the Renewed Hope agenda.
In 2025, we'll be looking at launching our new strategic roadmap called the IDTS. IDTS means the Integrated Digital Transformation Strategy. And this strategy would involve a few initiatives, including the development of GDX, that's the Government Data Exchange Platform, as well as GSP, that's the Government Service Portal. One important thing for 2025 would be to complete the NICTIB Phase 2 project. NICTIB stands for the National ICT Infrastructure Backbone.
So what are some of the things that you should be expecting from the Nigerian Postal Service in 2025? Our national addressing system and digital postcode, specialized logistics such as agri-logistics and healthcare logistics, a relaunch of our financial services, our infrastructure upgrades which will take place across the Federation, an increase in access to government services through your local NIPOS location.
In 2025, we want to expand to 36 states plus FCT. We want each champion to train 60 Nigerians on basic digital literacy across 6 competency areas. That's device and software operation, information and data literacy, communication and collaboration, digital content creation, safety, and problem solving. So we want each champion to train 60 in a month and at least 600 for his service year. So we want to recruit 80 champions in 36 state plus FCT. When you do 37 times 80 times 6, you will get 17,760 champions in a year. And we want each champion to train at least 60 Nigerians in a month. And the target is during the service year, a champion will train at least 600 Nigerians. When you multiply 17,760 by 600, you will get 10,300,000 plus Nigerians being trained on digital literacy every year.
The year 2025, there is the second phase of the implementation of the study roadmap of NDPC, that is from 2023 to 2027. We do a lot in the area of awareness. We are still going to continue with awareness. And we are now going to start seeing the result of the experts, professionals, a pool of globally competitive per capita that we are trying to develop in this ecosystem, which will lead to job creation. I've been saying that a lot of data controllers and processors, they are looking for people to work with them. Now, those that we have trained this year, those we have certified, we're going to do more next year to actually launch them to the job market where they can really work with data controllers and processors. And for data controllers and processors, there's going to be massive enforcement. We never really issued any fine, but going forward, you will hear us issuing heavy penalties.
2025, I'm really optimistic. We're going to build on the small gains which we've made in 2024. Now that we've laid some of the necessary foundations, we're going to see a lot more transparency to help drive competition and service delivery amongst operators. And lastly, we're also going to be providing a coverage map towards the end of the year from crowdsourced data. So this is not going to be simulated data, this is going to be actual performance data, which will show you what is the best network in your area. So no longer do you need to ask the man or woman next to you a recommendation what is the best network.